For the 80th time, help is on the way. I've received assurances from House Redoran. They will handle this trouble in the mine. You need only be patient.
Patient? The foreman just dragged another egg hen out of the mine and he's worse than the rest. This is on your head, Mobena.
I presume you've come here seeking work? I'm afraid the mine may be closed for some time yet. Not too long, of course. Anyway, feel free to stay as long as your coin purse allows. Our innkeeper will no doubt appreciate the business. Some of our egg hands have fallen ill. We've elected to keep them in the mines until we find the source of the sickness. Just a precaution, mind you. Surveyors from House Redoran should be arriving any minute to, you know, survey. Trapped? No, don't be absurd. It's not as if they're itching to leave. Look, House Redoran will sort this out. Speak to Foreman Lothdar if you have other questions. He's just over there, by the way.
Wait, don't shut me out. I have different songs I can sing. Think of the miners. Damned fanatics. They've no respect for the craft.
Can't you hear it? The song, it's all wrong. We have to fix it.
Bah, fresh air's not going to do the trick, boss. Whatever's down there has still got a grip on him.
Well, it's about damn time. You daffy House Redoran types have... Wait, you're not House Redoran? Ah, should have known better. You'd best move on, stranger. This mine's cursed. It'll snatch you up just like poor Thogbruth if you aren't careful. Sorry for growling and moping. We've just been waiting for these damned Redoran surveyors so long. Kind of lost hope, you know? My egg hands are in buckets of trouble. Some strange noise is turning their brains to pudding, driving the Kwama mad too. It's put a hex on them. They won't budge. They just pace and hum and blubber like idiots. Practically had to beat Thogbruth senseless to drag him out here. Oh, something in that noise, that song. It's got them by the beards and won't let go. Maris mercy. Thank you, friend. I'm supposed to wait until the Redoran surveyors show up, but to some god with that. I want my people home safe. Do what you need to do, but don't stay in there long. I don't want that song to claim you too. Well, it's barely a song, it's just a mash of notes, you know? Crawls up behind your eyeballs and makes you dizzy, paranoid. I've been working in these mines for years, and I've never heard the like. Might have something to do with all the quakes. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Red Mountain's been pretty ornery lately. We've been dealing with minor cave-ins for weeks. Could be that one of those tremors uncovered something it shouldn't have.
Not at all. The song is calling. You hear it, don't you? I can see it behind your eyes. Swimming in there. Can you see the melody? The harmony? Please, you have... A song. The song. Do you see how it shimmers? Do you see its tones, its colors? It should help make things clear, make things whole, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It has to be fixed. Open your ears. You have to find it, the melody. It's shattered and hidden, you see? Tucked away in the noise, but it's there. It has to be. It has to be.
It's not time yet. It should be. What are you? No! I can't leave. Not yet. I tried to follow the foreman. I did. But it won't let me. Not until everything is as it should be. Not until everything is perfect. Yes! Yes, the song! You've heard it. I can tell. It should be quiet. It isn't ready. It isn't perfect. But someone interfered. The ground shook and... Oh, Yes, yes, but not one of us. No, it's a tinkerer, a meddler, poking around and breaking things, soiling them. He has to be punished. Yes, the song has to be pure, has to be perfect. If...
Dead and gone just like the rest. Quama, Breton, Queen, Egg Hand, all the same. All just meat. They killed her. Killed their own queen. Do you see what it does? What it's doing? Broken. Oh, it's spun out of control. Can't you feel it? It echoes and grows. Echoes and grows. Soon it'll be too loud for the mind to contain. Everyone will hear it. Everyone. And then, has to be fixed. Has to be perfect. What?
really thought I had it that time. Curse you, you buzzing hunk of junk! This is spite, isn't it? I'm sorry I broke you, alright? Oh, I should never have touched this damn thing. Stupid Revis. Just have to tinker with everything, don't you? Gracious! You nearly gave me a heart attack. You're a Redoran enforcer, aren't you? Look, I'm near to fixing this thing, I promise. Wait, supplies? Oh dear, you're just as mad as the others, aren't you? Look, try to focus. This resonator is broken. I need to set these dials to the correct sequence, but I can't hear the tones. Are you aware of any sequence it could be set to? Just not... Excellent, he said, expecting the worst. Just turn these dials until you think they're in the correct sequence. That lever there seems to execute the pattern. I'm sure that if the dials are in the correct position... Well, that didn't work, but keep trying. There are only 1,024 possible combinations after all. We'll have it in no time. I'm sorry, but... Something's happening! I think you got it! Yes, that's it! It's working! I hope!
What happened? Come on, let's get out of here!
Ha! See? Everything worked out! I have a small camp set outside of this room. We can talk there. The hero of the hour. You have my deepest thanks and most heartfelt compliments. The fact that you fixed it in your clearly addled condition. Exemplary work. Just exemplary. Seems like it's quieted down. I can offer little more than a guess. When you corrected the melody, the resonator returned to a dormant state. Some kind of slumbering function to conserve energy, maybe. What matters is that it's quieted down. Thank goodness. Oh dear, I hope so. Their exposure was fairly limited. If they had remained for another day, though, difficult to say. Please, let the foreman know how truly sorry I am, if there's anything I could do to help, feel free to call on me at my tower. I do wish I could have done a more thorough study of the resonator. What do you think they would do with such a device? Enslavement, perhaps? No, not enslavement. Oh, that's too obvious. Please, after all you've done, I'd say you're entitled to ask me several somethings. A dwarven resonator. A tonal amplification device meant to alter thought patterns. That's my hypothesis, anyway. The tones clearly have a powerful effect on the brain. To the dwarves, though, it might have sounded like a lovely song and nothing more. Well, not slavery in the conventional sense. The tone wouldn't compel the listeners to work so much as it would make working a source of profound pleasure. So the workers would be eager to work, you see? They might have even paid for the privilege. Well, again, slavery is a clumsy description. It's more like a transaction. It's like the skooma trade. I guess that's not much better than slavery, is it? Of course, I hail from House Telvanni, a house obsessed with magical antiquity. We suffer from a peculiar need to tinker with, well, everything. I won't make excuses. I knew there were risks, but honestly had no idea that the miners would be exposed. Of course not. I've spent years surveying this ruin. I took so many precautions. Unfortunately, when I engaged the resonator, there were a number of minor tremors. They breached the wall between the ruin and the mine. The rest is tragic history. Yes, several days in fact. I erected a series of oral wards to protect myself from the resonator's effects, but I could tell I was slipping. Another few days and I'd have been as mad as those egg hands. I had to get creative. Yes, the wondrous power of Kwama wax. Given a few minutes of heat exposure, it hardens and expands. Great for plugging leaks, mending furniture, and protecting you from ancient dwarven brain scramblers. First-rate stuff.
You did it! My egg hands started stumbling out of the mine a few minutes ago. They've got some bumps and scrapes and more than a few headaches, but otherwise no worse for the wear. What happened down there? A dwarven what? How did... I've worked those mines for years and I've never seen a scrap of dwarf mischief. Where is this snow-backed dark elf? It was that Telvanni skeever Revis, wasn't it? Huh. More Telvanni trickery. And to think I'd almost warmed to that little dolt. Ugh. Enough grumbling. I'm just grateful that my people are alive and safe. It's only because of you, friend. I'll raise a bottle of mead to you every night, from now until world's end. Please, take this. You've more than earned it for what you've done. With a couple of days' rest and a few stiff drinks, we'll be up and running again. I guess I should go check on the Queen at some point. She's probably a nervous wreck. What? No, that can't be. The Queen's the heart of the mine. We mine eggs for Mara's sake. Can't very well run an egg mine without eggs, can you? I'm sorry. It's been a rough few days. It was that... Revis. I want you to find that scrawny little wizard and tell him the bills come due. He wants to help? Well, now's the hawking time. If he doesn't fix this, we'll sick the Redarin on him. He doesn't want that, believe me. Revis is just north of you. You'll see a tangle of old rope bridges and rocks. Kine only knows what that wizard does out there. Make sure you really lay into him, huh? I'd do it myself, but I've got to take care of this lot. Of course not. Too busy praying and hollowing out bugs, no doubt. But make no mistake. If they find out a Telvanni mage has been poking around in their territory, they'll come down on this place like a Dawnstar gale. That's a question for Revis. Frankly, I don't give a damn how he fixes it. He just needs to fix it. Tell him to use some of that Telvanni magic to conjure up a queen or something. Wait, that's a terrible idea. It'll probably end up eating us. Then it'll fall to the houses to sort this mess out. Of course, they'll probably be too busy posturing and politicking to help us. It'll be the egg hands that suffer most. You can count on that.
I knew that Telvanni would betray us eventually. We should have cast him out years ago.
Another one missing. Why, there are three. How many eggs did they take? Ah, hello again, my friend. All's well in Gnisis, yes? I heard the bustle of the town when I returned home. It would seem our work in the mine was a success. What a relief. You care to join me for... Wait, what are you doing all the way out here? Oh dear, that is a problem. Damnable resonator. That is the last time I randomly flipped switches on an ancient dwarven machine. Never let it be said that Revis Demnavani shirks his responsibilities. I'll fix this. You have my word. Well, in addition to being a Dwemer scholar, I'm a compulsive egg collector. What? I have diverse interests. Anyway, I happen to possess a royal Quama egg. Or at least I did. It seems that some cliff striders stole it from my hatchery. Tucked away in one of the beast's roosts, I suspect. I'm not sure which one, though. Find as many cliff strider egg heaps as you can, then mark them with this divining stone. I'll jot down their locations and prepare them for transport. You shouldn't have any difficulty finding the egg heaps. Just look for giant piles of hardened mud and feces. Did I mention that feces would be involved? No? Well, there will be feces. Loads of... well, it only appears unguarded. I erected a series of powerful wards before I set out to discover the resonator. Unfortunately, I was down there for a very long time. These wards don't last forever, you know. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. I've never been interested in the brutes. They steal all sorts of things. Gauze, furniture, spare keys. They pack them in mud and feces along with their own eggs. Puzzling, truly. I guess it's possible. Like I said, cliff striders are very odd and unpredictable. All the more reason to find the egg quickly. Excellent work finding those egg heaps. Really, first rate. Now comes the real challenge. The mud slurry encasing the eggs is hard as obsidian. There's really no way to tell which heap contains the royal egg until we crack open the casing. Simple. We bring them all with us. I'm confident at least one of these heaps contains the royal egg. Of course, there's the other matter of getting the eggs out without breaking them, but, you know, oh, don't worry so much. I mean, you managed to disable an ancient dwarven resonator with 0 training. Extracting an egg from a pile of dung should be a walk among the daisies for you, right?
Until your house shows up, we have no other options. I'm willing to give anything a try at this point.
You'd welcome that Telvanni schemer into town after all he's done? You truly are a fool, Mothtar, to oblivion with the lot of you.
Please tell me you have good news. I don't think I've got the stamina for another disaster. What did Revis say? Can he help us or not? A royal egg? The Telvanni had a Kwama queen just lying around? Guess I shouldn't be surprised. This might actually work. It would take an army to shove a full-grown queen through that mine. But an egg? We've got a real chance here. Of course, always a catch. Whatever you need to do to break that egg out, you do it. I'm gonna make damn sure he knows we're watching.
Sorry for the delay. Getting the eggs down here was trickier than I thought. Greetings, Foreman.
Enough with the apologies, Revis. Our mutual friend told me everything. Where are these egg heaps?
Oh, yes, I'll put them down by the dock. Should make the cleanup a bit less onerous. Feel free to go down there and inspect them. I'll just need a moment before we begin.
This better work. We've got a lot riding on this. So do you.
Loftar's gone, right? Good. I have news of the unpleasant variety. Based on the looks of the egg heaps, I'd say our misadventures in the mine gave me an idea. Kwama seem particularly susceptible to tonal magic, and tonal magic is simply the creative manipulation of sound. I propose we sing our young queen a lullaby. What? No, simple music and a dash of magic should do. We just need a bard, preferably one that puts people to sleep. I can amplify the tones through magic to make a soothing, enchanted melody. It's brilliant. Yes, and what's more, I know a bard who can do it. Vigard the Sparrow. He's a talentless hack, but he's proven very adept at putting audiences to sleep. Word around town is that he's headed south. Track him down.
Somebody help me to hurry, make haste. It's me that these filthy creatures want to taste. The hero approaches, a warrior without peer. Alas, all my gold was squandered on beer. The hero is selfless, the hero is kind. The hero won't kill me and rob me blind. I'm sorry, I always sing when I'm nervous. But I don't have any reason to worry now, right? No. Gnisis? Those dirty miners don't understand my craft. Practically tossed me out on my ear the last time I visited. Revis has always been kind to me, though. Very well, I'll meet you there. An impromptu performance for a Telvanni mage. Very exciting.
There you are! Are you a party to this ridiculous plan? We're paying some bard to sing to dung piles now? To soothe the royal egg with the power of music? Are you all deranged? This sounds like something out of a children's story. How is Lothar falling for this? It's clear. Yes, we report this latest disaster to House Redoran, and they force House Telvanni to pay for our losses. While they're at it, they can provide us with another Quama Queen. A simple solution for us. That's beside the point. The house is very busy, dealing with some pressing threat to all of Vardenfell, no doubt. They'll be here any moment. I can feel it. The foreman wants to see you. He's down with everyone else at the docks preparing for this latest farce. While you are all playing your games, I'll be giving my
Here's my favorite hero. Everything is prepared. If you're ready, we can get started. Remember what I told you, Bigard? The sound of your voice should help soothe the Queen. Just sing from the heart.
I will, Revis. Settle in, everyone. I've written a song for just this occasion. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, Quama, sweet Quama, don't you wanna be a mama?
Something's happening. I think... Oh no. What is that?
Oh, look at that. It's just a baby.
Oh no! Something's wrong! Everybody run!
That was your last chance, Revis. To Sovngarde with you and your schemes.
Finally, your treachery is revealed. Don't try to run, Telvanni scum. Your house will know of your part in this.
Manor is right. The resonator activating, the Queen getting killed, that poor Bard losing his life. It's all my fault. I deserve everything that's coming to me. More like quarantining myself. I'm a natural disaster masquerading as a person. If I just sit here quietly, no one else will get hurt. Besides, we're out of options. Other than breaking into the mine and planting the egg in the nursery, of course. You know, fetch it. You're right. I'm the one who got the miners into this mess, and I'm going to damn well be the one who gets them out. It will be dangerous, though. Planting things in Kwama mines always carries risk. I knew I could count on you. Head to the mines and look for the nursery. I'll retrieve the royal egg and meet you there. Once we plant the egg, the workers will almost certainly attack. You'll have to fend them off until the Queen emerges. Manor is right. You know, I knew I could. Thank goodness you're here. We have to hurry. Our little queen-to-be is stirring. No time for pleasantries. Yes, and soon. We need to get Her Majesty inside the nursery before that happens. If the Queen doesn't take on the scent of the colony, the workers will reject her. Yes, exactly that. Kwama workers produce a pheromone unique to their colony. Unfortunately, these colonies often compete over resources, making them natural enemies. After you. Once this is down, the other Kwama are going to try and stop it from hatching. Make sure it does. Once they see it's a queen, they'll leave it alone. I'll head outside to ensure no one comes in before you're done. Good luck.
damn it, Manor. Are these Redarin Oathmen ever going to arrive? Where are they?
They'll be here soon. The chance to punish this treacherous Telvanni is too good to pass up. House Redarin is going to make your house pay dearly, Revis.
I temper your expectations. I'm Telvanni, true, but my relationship with the Council is distant at best. I doubt it will mean as much as you think.
I was wondering where you'd gotten off to. Thought you might have moved on. I certainly wouldn't blame you. Between Manor and this owl-brained Telvanni, I'm about ready to head back to Skyrim myself. How are things? What? You're not joking, are you? I mean, I'm grateful if that's the truth, but how? So, Revis wasn't trying to destroy us after all. He's still got a lot of explaining to do, but for what it's worth, I'm happy I was wrong about him. Oh gods, what a day. I've had enough excitement for 10 lifetimes. I'm just... Here, take this. Without you, we'd still be dragging half-mad miners out of there. It'll take some time to get the mine up and running, but with a new queen, I bet we'll be even more prosperous than before. Thanks, friend. Revis, our friend here told me what you did. I'm still madder than a shaved cave bear, but you're free to go.
What?
Excuse me?
You got us a queen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you mending my clothes and making...
Have you lost your mind? This miscreant can't be allowed to leave. House Redwin will hear of this. I'll report you too. I'll report this.
We'll deal with the problem as promised, Lord Thonlin. But we need to hire protection if the ruin is as infested as you say.
I would employ ghost hunters who can't hunt ghosts. Just find your help and get to work before I change my mind.
If only all spirits could be dealt with by simply slashing away at them.
I'm going to take a moment to make an assumption. You're somewhat versed in fighting, or at the very least defending yourself. It's your aura and the swagger that... My outfit specializes in spirit intervention, investigating hauntings and putting lingering spirits to rest. Spirits aren't always welcoming, though. In cases like our current, we're to cleanse a malicious presence on lands recently acquired by our employer. I know very little about the area, other than the Ashlanders think it's cursed. Whatever the presence is, it likely won't sit idle while we exorcise it. Our destination is an old fortress far to the north, accessible only by a small pass in the mountains. There's an Ashlander camp outside of it where we'll be stopping for supplies. We may find out more from them. The friendly gentleman talking to us earlier, Lord Thonlin, that's our employer. He just purchased a writ for the land the fortress sits on. Says he got it rather cheap, too. I imagine the spirit infestation must have lowered the price a bit. First, we figure out why they linger. Death, looking to say goodbye to a loved one. It's always different. Once we figure that out, it's easier to get them to move on. I can't say it's always been perfect, but my group's the best at what we do. We even guarantee that our client will be fully satisfied or their money back. Won't find... I doubt Lord Thonlin knows any more than us. Knowing the type of person our employer is, he likely viewed this deal as too good to pass up and left it at that. Not big on detail. This team here? This team's the best ghost hunting team in all of Tamriel. We all have a special connection with the realm of the dead in one way or another. It helps us communicate and problem solve when it comes to spirits. Near-death experiences. Cast a lightning spell while wading in water could put you one step into the great beyond. Well, then maybe we should talk when we're done. You could round out our group. We're always looking for a little muscle. We thought Shars knew how to fight. I mean, just look at his arms, but he's a pacifist.
Balara Nama I, traveller. May the spirits walk among you as an ally, and your shadow never stray from your feet. It is the language of my people's religion and beliefs. It dates back to ancient times when the true gods were worshipped, when mortals and immortals lived side by side as equals. It's very old. I can tell you more about it, for you have a valid point. I suppose I have to stay competitive or risk letting this old, grand religion fall. The name of our religion is so ancient that the mortal tongue cannot speak its name, but it holds the secrets of divinity. Its true followers long ago achieved I found their lost archives and scrolls. Just a fraction of the truth, traveler, but enough. The path of perfection is open to me, and you may follow it. For another small...
Greetings, fellow traveler of whatever town we're in. Speak to me as a friend, for that is what we shall become. That is, unless you have darkness in your heart, then we will part as the greatest of enemies. For I... righteous? I know. It is the many years I've studied underneath the tutelage of the noblest and most honorable of lords and ladies. My teachers would give their food to the hungry, their money to the poor, their clothes to the naked. They were. So much so they ended up on the streets with no home, no money, and no food. But they had purity in their hearts, and that's what was important. Until they caught the plague. Then most of them died. But they died.
Those ruins belong to Galgala and his curse. You sent those people to their deaths.
Your tales of make-believe may scare off gullible travelers, but not me. Those ruins belong to me now. My people will be cleansing this curse in no time.
You will only join Galgala's collection of puppets. If we see you again, we will assume you are a vessel of his and kill you on sight. You have been warned.
These Ashlanders are fools, stuck in their primitive fictions. Galgala and his curse are supposed to scare me? Ha! Wait, who are you? Why are you speaking to me? Well, you're tardy. I sent the others ahead. May as well settle in here. At the rate you move, they'll be back before we finish this conversation. And whose fault is that? Every day that land sits useless. It's my coffers that suffer. I wasn't about to let Theos squander our time entertaining malignant spirits. That's enough to do their job. Or it should be, if they're such experts. If you'd like to do yours, Valenvarion is to the east through the pass.
Do not be fooled by the man outside. Galgala is not a spirit to be taken lightly. Those he sent to Valanvarian, Galgala is a body shifter. A spirit who expels living souls and uses their bodies as puppets. Though his spirit is bound to Valanvarian, once possessed of a vessel, he is free to roam and lure more into his trap. Our wards would not allow evil spirits to enter the camp. Lord Thonlin is simply, as the outside people of Vardenfell would put it, an ass. If we knew Galgala would not still exist, killing him while he occupies a vessel only frees his spirit. The only answer is to offer nothing to him. Wisdom the man.
This land is more hostile than I expected. Maybe we should have gone with Farwen to set the wards.
Assuage your doubts, my friend. Farwen is a righteous woman who smites evil with her depth of goodness. She will be fine.
You made it! Lord Thonlin ushered us out of the camp so fast we almost didn't get supplies. Bastard threatened to pull our contract if we didn't hurry up. Luckily, this case... well, we have a name. Galgala. That'll help us call him out. Find out what's ailing him and all that. That'll make things a little bit easier. So long as he's not one of those spirits that tries to possess people or something. Wait, what? That changes things. A lot. We've only dealt with a possession spirit once. We lost our friend Lonnie dealing with it. That bastard Thonlin said nothing about this. We need Farwen's ward set up. She went to set her protection wards around the site. Standard practice is to scout for optimal placement. Find Farwen and make sure those wards get set. It should buy us time to figure things out. That'll be a start. Do what you need to in order to get Farwen back here safely. We can't waste any time. Possession spirits aren't to be taken lightly. I'd love to, but she's tight-lipped about the secrets of her old gods. Maybe I should be less stingy in my donations. Shars and I know a trick or two of our own, but it's...
I see the ghosts are still...
So good of you to join us, Lord Thonlin. I'm sure your motivational presence won't be a distraction at all.
You must pardon me a moment. I require focus while I commune with the old gods. They will show me the Jahida of this place. Your help is appreciated. I can fend for myself, but conjuring these wards is taxing, and establishing a spirit barrier is only the first step. I must continually channel the flow of magic to maintain it for any extended period of time. The wards must align around a focal point as near to the haunting as we dare. Poorly placed, the spirit barrier could appear in an undesirable location. Inside solid rock, for instance, and I'll only have the strength to attempt this one. A body shifter? Old gods protect us. Not everyone survived our last brush with something like that. I must pray. There. The old gods have lit the way. I shall follow you. Not good. These spirits are being drawn to where our wards need to be placed. It's done. The spirit knows what we're up to. We need to hurry before it decides to stop toying with us. More ghosts. They must be under the sway of the body shifter. He owns them, body and soul.
Interesting pair. More lively than the other ones. More vital. I look forward to wearing your skin.
This evil has lingered here for a very long time. But have faith that the old god's power is far older. There, the last one. Clear the way and we'll be safe soon enough.
Such a pretty, hopeful smile. I'll have to practice it.
No! Touch the light! Set the ward! Ah!
righteous friend, what are you doing with your hands?
Well, at least the ward is keeping the spirits out for now, which is good considering we're nothing more than vessels to them. I'm not ready to give up my body just yet. We have to get her back before it's too late. She's not lost. It's no easy thing casting a living soul from its body. We have time, but she's not the only one in danger. This shield won't last very long without Farwen channeling magic to it. I don't suppose he offered us a handy map or some directions to where he's hiding. No, of course not. This damn spirit wants to use one of our own against us. Well, if we can lure a spirit into this ward, we'll have it under our control. Temporarily, anyways. We'll be able to question if the spirit is bound to this Galgala by breaking it down to its very essence and then rebuilding it again. I need you to destroy these spirits until you find one powerful enough that its essence remains. Bring that essence back to us.
Join us for eternity.
Place the essence in the circle here. We're ready to begin the summoning. Rise up, spirit, and be bound to my command.
Why do you summon me, vessels?
Vengeful spirit, you will tell us where your master holds our friend.
Silence, weaklings. I will speak to the one who brought me here.
Wait, that's not how this is supposed to work.
You lack the will to command me. Yes, you are strong. I understand Galgala's interest now. You will make a fine vessel. Ask what you will. Ha ha ha. Galgala does not hide, but a good first question. He is not here. This ruin merely acts as a dungeon for his captive souls. You will know it soon enough. His fortress is near, if you look closely. She clings to her shell. Our master likes to toy with his puppets before their end. I remember my death vividly. If Galgala were to be defeated, I'd not be saddened. But there would be consequences. Last question. Choose carefully. Galgala's vessel must be sundered. His essence will spill from it like a broken dam, seeking another victim to drown in the flood. Your friend, most likely. Kill her as they struggle, and Galgala will not have strength to resist the pull of the void. I'm sure you do. I'd like to see how this ends, but alas.
And there goes our ward. Guess Farwen's spell could only hold so long without her being here.
Ward or not, I expect my land to be cleared, and soon.
We sure are out in the open now, aren't we? I hate to admit it, but we're in over our heads. We have to do something to get Farwen back, but you heard what the spirit said. Shars and I aren't warriors. There's no way we're defeating Galgala. I mean, I know you're supposed to be our bodyguard. I just didn't expect we'd need the position to be taken quite so literally. You know what? I'm going to let you do your job. I might even know where Galgala is. Right. We passed it on our way here, just south. I'll mark it for you. Go and do whatever it takes to save our friend. Farwen's strong. If anyone can deal with an evil spirit in them, it's her. It's too dangerous to stick around without the wards. We'll drag Lord Thonlin back to safety, kicking and screaming if we have to. I don't care about the money, just save Farwin. But if you do banish... All right, team, we're packing up and heading back to town. Our friend will handle it from here.
What? What are you talking about? You've hardly done anything. I expect you to clear this room, not run away with your
I had hoped to greet you as a friend, but we will be very close soon.
Free? Am I free? I was a prisoner. I can't think. I had to get away. I feel better now. The pain, it's... Galgala. Yes. His presence is all around. Smothering. I have to stay awake. My body feels so heavy, but I don't know. Finish me. End my life before this telltale.
Thank the eight you're alive! We didn't know what would happen when we left. We hoped for the best. Gods, that's awful. Truthfully, that fear's been in the back of my mind since you warned us about Galgala. This is dangerous work. It's easy to forget that until death finally catches up. Shars is getting some rest, and Lord Thanen is trying to figure out how to weasel out of paying us. But if Galgala is banished, and he was the controlling force behind the haunting, it'll clear soon. We were successful. If Galgala is truly banished, he won't torment anyone else again. Farwyn must have known that. Here's your payment. You did everything I could have asked for, so thank you.